You saw the title. Yes, this is about a single defensive blind spot that kept turning Caitlin Clark's hustle into easy buckets for the other team. And no, it's not just effort. It's how she reads space.
So one thing Caitlin Clark is really good at is blocking out all the noise around her. Obviously, she's been a topic of discussion from Iowa into the WNBA basically every day, even in the offseason. But Caitlin Clark has also taken on the role of role model very willingly. You know, famously, Charles Barkley had that commercial about not being a role model, and it depends on the athlete that you're talking to, but clearly it is a position. And but despite, you know, not hearing all that noise, there is one thing that's been a consistent theme for her. I brought this up in the WNBA CBA negotiations regarding wanting the WNBA to be a dream place for young girls to want to play.
In this video, we break down the exact play types where that gap kept getting attacked, then show the mindset shift that flips it into an advantage. Stay with me, because the fix didn't come from a drill. It came from a simple, unforgettable analogy, shared on a golf course, that changes how you see the court in 5 seconds. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Played Grove, I don't know how it's said, and met the best female hooper in the game. That Grove golf course is Michael Jordan's golf course, which is apparently invite-only, exclusive, something that Clark takes seriously, why she goes out of her way to sign autographs, and why she said it over and over again that she wants to inspire young girls, young boys, as well, by what she does on the basketball court and how she conducts herself at the golf course with my favorite basketball player. She's as nice and humble as you can be. Hopefully one day we'll be playing with you. And you see, obviously, Caitlin there.
People kept pointing at strength and foot speed. That's easy to say on a broadcast. The leak wasn't that simple. It lived in one action coaches spammed every quarter until it paid off. Same spots, same reads, same outcome. Clark's rookie context fed into it. She carried a heavy offensive load, so her matchups shifted a lot, cross-matching on guards to protect her from power wings. Then she'd land on the second side with the job nobody loves, loam and help, stunt and recover, and cleaning up actions that start on one side and finish on her side. When you're on that second side, the game punishes late eyes. Opponents steered her into the same decision tree. Empty corner spread pick and rolls, so there's no strong side help to bail her out. Spain actions, with a back screen on the roller to force confusion. And in both, she's the lowman who must tag the roller while a shooter lifts right into her vision line. It's a trap built on timing. If you tag for a beat too long, the lift is gone. If you fake the tag, the roll is a layup. That's where the fix sneaks in.
You know, all those things, if you could see, it looks pretty swanky right here. And it's in Florida. And, you know, it's, like I said, Michael Jordan, I don't know if he does the invites himself or, you know, he delegates that. Caitlin has said that LeBron is her GOAT. I don't know if that might rub Michael Jordan the wrong way. You know, very competitive guy. You know, those are the traits that are shared generally between those GOATs, right? That competitive instinct. But nonetheless, there's an association with Michael Jordan from being on that golf course, which is going to want to have people see a CCMJ photo op, which would break the internet. You gotten CC and LeBron James and CC and Taylor Swift.
A golf course cue reframed the approach. Not more gas. A different target. Stop chasing the dribble. Own the pass lane. And once that aim changed, the closeout distance shrank, and the offense had to think for a change. The fix came from a tee box, not a film room. One line about fairways and flags changed how she guarded space. Out on the course, they weren't talking drills or schemes. They were talking targets. Jordan watched her explain her help rules. Lowman tag, stunt, recover. All the right terms. He cut in and asked a simple golf question. How do you play a dogleg right when the wind pushes left? She went with the Hooper answer. Cover more ground, run harder, get there. He shook his head. The shot starts before the swing. Aim point beats effort. Angles beat speed. That's the whole shift. In golf, the flag isn't the real target. You pick a landing window, shaped by wind and slope, and you set your body to that window. On defense, the ball isn't the real target. The pass window is. It's the lane B. That's the whole shift. In golf, the flag isn't the real target. You pick a landing window, shaped by wind and slope, and you set your body to that window. On defense, the ball isn't the real target. The pass window is. It's the lane between the handler and the lift. It's the skip line to the corner off a hammer screen. If you set your hips to that window before the play unfolds, you erase the longest closeout before it exists. The footwork is the key. Preset the top foot toward the lift path, not the ball. Open the chest to see both, ball and shooter. Tag with the inside hand so your torso doesn't lock. That keeps your outside hip free to open and go. Coaches call it C2, guard 1. You're on the ball's timing and the shooter's route at once. Now the read is 0.5 seconds cleaner. The difference isn't a full sprint. It's a shorter first step. Watch the sequence when she applies it. Before the tip, she shades a half step toward the lift lane. Ball screen comes, she shows help with the inside hand. I split between dribble and lift. Because the top foot is already aimed, the recover isn't a turn and chase. It's a pivot and slide into a 10-foot closeout instead of a 22-foot dash. Catch is crowded. Shooter can't step into rhythm. If they put it on the deck, the help behind is already set. Think about the numbers in plain terms. Early in the year, teams hunted that blind spot and squeezed a couple points a night just off that read. Corner threes and rhythm lifts add up fast. After she started presetting her angle, that drip slowed. Even a small drop, say a point to a point and a half per game from those actions, swings possessions over a week. That's not magic data. It's the impact of taking away clean windows. Back on the tee box, the cue stuck. Aim at the window, not the flag. On the court, that becomes aim at the lane, not the ball. Your stance tells the pass where it's allowed to go. If you're square to the dribble, the offense owns the lane. If you pre-aim the hips to the lift, you own the lane, and the dribbler drives into help they don't want. Here's the payoff. Defend the pass window, not the dribble. Treat your stance like a tee shot into the wind. Set your hips to the shape of the play, then let the ball curve toward your help. You're not faster. You're first. When the skip comes, your hand is already in the path. When the lift happens, your chest is already there. And if they try to force it anyway, that ball hangs just long enough to get tipped. Once those tips start, the floor flips. A late closeout turns into a deflection at the nail. A skip turns into a catch at the knees or, better, a live ball steal. And that's where the fun begins, because every rushed pass you squeeze on that weak side becomes runway for your guards, and the scoreboard moves before the offense even sets their feet. So here's the punchline. When she stops chasing the dribble and starts aiming at the pass window, the weak side becomes profitable. Tips show up. Deflections stack. Closeouts stay under control instead of turning into flybys. Watch her next game and check the weak side hips before the action starts. Half-step preset, inside hand tag, chest open. Track corner attempts and how often the lift dies on the catch. Now, here's the twist I want you to watch for. If that same window aiming mindset guides her pick and roll reads, the skip pass appears early, and the weak side cutter starts eating before the defense rotates.